Hi guys, Ronnie here and welcome to the workshop. Today I'm going to talk about my new time trial aero bar setup and the position changes that I've hinted earlier in the Worlds recap video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the trusty Shiv TT time trial bike that I've been using for a while now. And I've used it also for the Nationals win and many other TT wins this season. Recently it got the Dash combo seat post, which is a very exclusive and nice upgrade, and also the SLF Motion pulley wheels. And as you may know, I also had a pair of custom aero coach extensions on there, which have been working very well for the past 2 seasons, but now after doing the Worlds and the Euros, I got some inspiration from some other riders regarding the position, and when I compared my numbers, my CDA actually isn't up to the best if you consider the shorter riders, so I decided to do something about it. And the first thing that I would like to do is to extend my reach to the maximum allowed limit of 80 centimeters from the bottom bracket, which I didn't have before, and also to push my arm pads further away, so I have my shoulders stretching out to the front, to have less of a frontal area in that region, and also this way I can increase my stack to be slightly more comfortable. And yeah, also one thing I wanted to do was to try a higher hands position, which again is more comfortable, more practical in theory, and should be quicker too. So let's have a look what I've done with this bike. So as you can see, this is the standard Shiv TT extension system. It's an integrated one, you can't install anything else on this bike, but that's not a problem because it's widely adjustable and you have many nice options. You can fit any 22.2 standard diameter pole in there, which is exactly what I've done. This is a 51 Speed Shop Ultimate, which is a very popular brand nowadays in triathlon. That's why I also decided to include the products in the lineup of our shop, so you can find that in the description below. We stock all different pads and extensions they make, really cool stuff. But as I said, these are the Ultimates. I had to cut them down quite significantly to fit my position and the strangely extended clamps that the Shiv TT uses. The clamps actually don't allow the extension to go underneath the pads. This is to minimize reach if in the stack in the low stack positions, but it means that you have to trim quite a lot out with the end of the extensions. These extensions in particular have kind of a double bend, so first you have this higher angle there and then it shallows out. The ends also have kind of a grippy texture, so you don't need to apply anything to them. They also have a bit of an offset inwards, which again is very comfortable because it puts your hands naturally when you want them to be. And it has routing for internal electronic and also mechanical shifting, so really widely compatible. If you look at this setup as it is now, you might guess that currently in this state it's not UCI legal at all. That's because the ends of my extensions actually are more than 15 centimeters above the pads. So why am I even considering this position? Well, this is pretty similar to what Filippo Ganna is using. Having my hands that high enables me to have them in line with the helmet basically, and it means that I can drop my head more and I don't get a penalty if I don't drop my head that much. And on top of all of that, I can still see reasonably well. unlike in my previous position, which I could tolerate for an extended period of time, but this is arguably a lot easier. Whether it is faster or no, I can't tell you just yet, but I'm in process of booking a velodrome for some air testing sessions, and then I will find out if it can stay like this, and the next step will be a set of custom extensions, which in this case is necessary. And that's where the UCI compatibility kicks in. Now, as you can see with the current setup, the pads, which are again from 51 Speed Shop, and they're actually an unreleased model. I have a bit of a prototype here, but I have a couple more pairs in stock. Unlike the previous version, they're quite a bit longer, they're wider, and they have a taller side and a much stiffer base. On top of that, you get this dual density foam, which is very comfortable indeed. So really top performing product, I really love it. But anyway, even if these are, as you can see, pretty long, more than 10 centimeters in fact, and I have them set all the way to the front at an angle to enable me to maximize the 10 centimeters, it's still not enough. And the way Filippo Ganna and others go past this regulation is that the pads are actually moved to the front, away from your elbows to your forearms. Actually, the way they're holding the pads is something like this, if I may just show it. And it's not physically possible to do that with a standard setup like this one, but if you imagine taking the pad and placing it somewhere here, then you actually maintain the same position and you regain the UCI compatibility all at the same time, while not compromising on the comfort and handling too much. So that's the theory. If this works, then I will have something like this made by aero using the 3D printed titanium method like I have before, and hopefully it will enable me to bring the CDA down to the low 0.7s or even the high 0.16s. So let's have a look how this position looks with some different helmets, and then we'll see how it goes from there. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.